A pleasure to meet all at last. And now, here we go with some more of Bandtastic on HJN Season 3. For this occasion, why don't we take ourselves a few steps forward in time to a point where American rock bands seem to be at their height. I've already discussed a couple of things about Plain White T's, Blink-182, and Smashing Pumpkins, because by this particular point in the 90s, 2000s, and 2010s, it seemed that some bands are being overlooked, though they are indeed remembered for bringing such well-deserved and iconic classics from the previous generation. Anberlin is one of these examples of a more modernized variation of rock from the 2000s and 2010s. Although, I mainly bring these guys up because it seems as of recently, they have actually come back into full circle, especially going as far as releasing some newer material, which, of course, is bound to come to this channel. Yeah. So, 2022 alone was when they managed to release another full album, the first since Lowborn, which at the time was their latest album from 2014. So when you ask me, that's a pretty good advantage, that we finally got some good material from them once again. But Anberlin wasn't just known for coming back and bringing some good material with them. They first formed in 1998, and only 5 years after, made their first album, Blueprints for the Black Market. Then following along with more albums like Never Take Friendship Personal, or Dark is the Way, Light is a Place, Vital, and a few others. Even going so far as to releasing Lost Songs, a collection of older samples of which they have made. Some demos and even acoustic variations of other songs they've made have actually come around, and so it does seem that in more recent years, especially when the light of their leaving, basically. In 2014, after their album Lowborn came out, they pretty much took a leave, and the leader, Stephen Christ, he himself actually went on to try to make a solo career, releasing an album in 2017 known as Wildfires. But unfortunately, it only did so well. They eventually come back together in 2018, and when they did come back together, that itself didn't last too long either. So they ended up making another split. But then, well, in 2022, we got them again. And we were able to get them to come back for a good purpose. And I'm sure that a lot of you are probably wondering, what do they plan on doing for the future? Well, in the same way that other bands, like Bush, were able to get bigger over time due to their appearances in pop culture, I feel that Anberlin might have the same thing going for them. I did, after all, feature a lot of their work on my own work, like in the end credits of Nerf's Secret Revealed Bolts of Intrigue, where a single from their 2010 album does make an appearance. But I do also plan on bringing one of their newer songs full circle to the channel as well. And if you're wondering how it is going to work otherwise, I'm sure that they will eventually make their mark in more modern media. And I'm sure hoping that they never die, like a lot of bands that I've talked about before then. So I guess with that in mind, not much to iterate here. They are legendary by my reasoning. And I'm sure lots of fans are out there, even today, wondering what could they accomplish. I guess we'll see for ourselves. Only time will tell exactly what could happen for them. Maybe another split will take place. Who really knows? But above all that, thank you very much for watching this piece. And I sure hope that this whole thing's been fun so far, because I plan on doing much more of this as time goes on. There's still a lot of bands to talk about. So, tune in next time for another piece of Bandtastic on HJN.